All right, I have a question.
Yes.
If you were to ask a group of ladies or women, hey, what's one thing on your body that you would like to change? What do you think they'd say, Terry?
Well, can we just pick one? That's what I think they would
That's
say.
the first thing, but I bet you many of them would answer their boobs. Well, if you want fuller, sexier breasts, just in time for swimsuit season, please welcome Dr. Summer Deza. She's a board-certified plastic surgeon with Plastic Surgery Center of Scottsdale. She is here to help you achieve that perfect body. Good to see you.
Good to see
This
you.
is such an important topic because women, whether they want them bigger, whether they want them smaller, they want it done right. Great to have you here. Tell us about your practice.
So I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon here in the Valley. My practice is mainly cosmetic surgery, focusing on mommy makeovers, massive weight loss reconstruction, so a lot of breast surgery.
And you also, of course, specialize in Ideal Implants, and you are a specialist when it comes to that category. Tell us about that distinction.
Yes, so I'm a premier surgeon offering the Ideal Implant, and that means I was actually one of the first surgeons to offer it, and I have vast experience across the nation using the implants.
All right, so Ideal Implant, that is what we're talking about, but you've brought some examples of all of the types of implants that are out there. So what is this type of implant?
Okay, so prior to the Ideal Implant, women basically had two options for breast augmentation. We had the traditional saline implant, which you can see here, is a silicone bag filled with salt water.
Feels very plastic.
Feels like a water balloon.
Yeah.
And this was an okay option. However, it has rippling, it doesn't feel as natural. And then we had silicone implants, which were FDA approved in 2006. And you can feel this is
much more like
very
a breast
soft,
would feel.
very
Right.
natural, and feels like a natural breast when it's placed. And both of these were great implants, but they each had disadvantages.
But this is the Ideal Implant, and what I want to ask you, there are complications with all implants. There are some complications. What makes Ideal Implant different?
So one of the main differences with the Ideal Implant is it is a saline implant. However, this was actually invented by a plastic surgeon, so a lot of thought went into this. And if you can see in here, it's a saline implant, but it has multiple layers of silicone shells.
And it feels so natural.
Called baffles.
Okay.
And it allows the saline to be distributed within these shells, and it feels and acts and behaves like a silicone implant.
All right, so we're looking at an image right now. That is those layers that you were talking about. So this is basically taking the best of the implant, this plastic surgeon who invented this, and then upped it a notch a little bit, right? All right, because so one of the things that a lot of women fear is, of course, rupturing. And you're going to show us what happens in a silicone implant, correct?
Right. So if we have a saline implant and it ruptures, it's basically salt water, so your body absorbs it and the breast goes flat, and we know when we put a new one in. With a silicone implant, we can have what's called a silent rupture. So I'm going to make a little incision in this implant here. Okay.
And what causes that? What can cause that? Anything?
Well, over time the shell can weaken, and you see that the gel stays in the implant, so it's a cohesive gel, but you can walk around having a silent rupture.
And that's that. Push that again so we can see that. So that's what's coming out of the implant. Okay.
And it's not detectable on physical exams, so the only way we would know is if we get on MRI. So the FDA recommends getting routine MRIs to evaluate the integrity of a silicone implant.
Would a woman feel it? If
No.
Okay, so you just really, that's why it's the silent rupture. Does the Ideal Implant do that?
No, so that's the advantage to the Ideal Implant, is because it is a saline implant, if we have a leak, you deflate partially, and because it has the multiple chambers, you don't deflate completely like with the traditional saline implant.
Wow, what a peace of mind.
Peace of mind is key.
For women, and what are they sharing with you? Does it, I mean, is it giving them the look that they want?
It's actually, I'll tell you, in my experience, I've been very impressed. All of my patients have had high satisfaction rate, and I'm very picky, and when I see these patients come back after surgery, it's incredible how close to silicone it feels, and a lot of times it's really hard to tell the difference.
And for so many women, I have actually known a woman who had a silent rupture. It's terrifying. It's terrifying because you don't know, what's going into your system oftentimes. But this looks like it's giving women that natural feel, but of course it's making it more safe for them. And explain,
peace of mind.
And you said you were the first female surgeon in Arizona.
In the Valley.
The first female surgeon in the Valley to offer this.
Yes.
That's amazing. Doing incredible work with Ideal Implant. Thank you so much. What a great demonstration. We want to give you a special offer this morning. If you are watching, you can call now for a no obligation on your breast enhancement option. or any other procedure. You can also give them a call. They are located at 18325 North Allied Way, Suite 110 in Phoenix. That is where the Plastic Surgery Center of Scottsdale is located. Please give them a call, 480-585-0011. You can also visit the website, plasticsurgerycenterscottsdale.com.